Ladies and fucking gentlemen, you're very welcome back to the 6th episode of the User Hectic podcast. On today's episode, we've got two of the funniest cunts you'll see on the scene at the minute. We've got Ciaran Franco and Pete Giffen, two men who are going to be performing in Lavery's Comedy Club this month. 2 out of 3 hosts of the RWE podcast. You can go over and check theirs out after you've listened to this one, of course. They're both fucking hilarious. Thank you for tuning in. Play a fucking intro, bro. Recording now?
Ready to go.
Yeah, the second the fucking camera goes on, I have no idea what to say.
Oh, we started?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's it.
The illusion of media is over.
Man.
I know. It always like fucking just heads straight into it like this.
Here in the studio.
No, why? He's a fucking. I need to get a wee like recording light, like on air.
Could I ask you a
On
question?
gear. Yeah.
Who's the band there? I might seem uncultured.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
I was gonna guess Motley Crue. Is it?
Yeah.
Here I am. Rock me like a hurricane.
Yeah.
I'll say that sings, I'm through standing in line.
She's my cherry pie.
This thing, All Girls Are the Same, aren't they? Or?
Motley Crue version of Juice WRLD tune hereby.
I know. No, that's Tommy Lee. That's the one to post the photo of his.
Oh, was Dick out?
Yeah.
I know him now.
Oh, he drinks in the courthouse. He
My
bought
wallpaper
Pamela.
on my phone.
He's got a fucking cock on him. Like
Did you see the video of him at the live show where he's all seen the photo of my wiener? He's all, do you want to get my wiener out live on stage? Have you seen this?
No. What the
He's
fuck?
he's ready to get my wiener out, and like he starts on doing it like it's a massive outdoor gig.
Yeah.
He takes out like a wiener dog. Like he takes it out of his underwear.
First he takes out the smallest penis.
No, he's just holding like a wee sausage dog.
He takes off. It's a prosthetic cock. Just like, screws it off like a fucking pool cue. You know?
Chops it.
Yeah, but no, it was wild. Like the whole thing about Motley Crue is they used to be fucking nutcases back in the day. So
can
imagine
tell.
when he got like famous at like 17.
Yeah.
Imagine having a cock on you like that and getting famous at 17. Luckily, I was just 22 when it happened.
When you're famous that young, like you're never going to turn out normal.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You're always going to be a looper, like.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do you know the comedian Freddie Prinze? He's the dad of Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah.
Fucking Fred from.
Yeah, Fred from
Scooter,
Scooter. Yeah, his dad was a comedian from Puerto Rico and he became massive at 16
Really?
in the New York scene. And then by the time he was 22, he'd been on coke. He'd just been partying every night, like bringing like 3 or 4 girls back to his house, and ended up like shooting himself one night just by like just partying one night and went watch this here and shot himself at a party. Like it's fucking
It
mental.
is one way of getting attention.
Guys, everyone, watch this here.
That's how fucking some comedians in the scene are
see
trying
that
to get
party
gigs at the
trick?
minute. I'll fucking do it. I'm sort of
You can only do it once.
That's the thing, the party trick, like you can really show off. It's like it's not really like a repetitive thing.
I said that at my
One
Dublin
and
gig, and it actually worked. I was like,
You shot yourself?
yeah, I did. In front of
Please
everyone.
do.
Fuck,
Jason-
fucking watch it.
Jason Ritchie, watch this.
But no, I turned around. Everyone was down, and one of my jokes like died because it was a very Northern Irish based joke, and I turned around and it was like, listen lads, you can all laugh about it. Like I can only kill myself the fucking once. Like you know, and that did better than half my sets. So.
Was this down south?
Yeah, it was.
How do you find it down south? Doing a gig down there?
I thought it was going to be, well, to be fair, I didn't even get the chance to gig the Irish people. It was all like tourists.
Yeah,
It was,
tourists, isn't it?
temple
Yeah.
bars
They were all
and-
Dutch when I done it that night.
Yeah, it was
And,
Dutch, fucking
I had
German,
Austrians.
Austrians.
We had like half of Austria.
They're
and,
the
like,
ones.
the
Yeah,
old
and
enemy.
then the fucking.
the fucking Hitler youth
The
were
old
like,
enemy, like.
I know they're all in there painting and all. But no, I don't know. I found it really. There was a group of like fucking blue haired girls. So
Right.
a few of my
Nice.
jokes. There was a bit I did. I can't remember what it was.
Blue heard theirs.
Yeah, literally. You know that they them pussy go wild. But
Pussy go wild.
they were like, they weren't finding me funny until I turned around and I was like, it was one of the jokes about having a girlfriend or something, and I was like, oh, it means I'm fucking straight, I'm sorry for who I am, kind of shit, you know. It was better. I mean, geography joke.
You gotta be there, like.
You had to be
yeah.
there, yeah. But and they started liking me after that, and then I did like an extra 6 minutes after that because I felt I was doing well. So
Maybe
Buy
it's
them a
'cause-
monster after.
Maybe it's like when you address the differences between each other. Like
yeah,
they're
that's
sitting
it.
going like, he's not going to like us and we're not going to like him.
Yeah,
But if you
exactly.
address where it's like, I'm fully aware that we probably don't like the same
Exactly,
things,
100%.
then it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we can get on board now because it's showing them you're self-aware. Like, you know,
You
that sort of way.
extended the hand of friendship as they
Exactly.
golfed, and you were like, "I'm one of you."
I did the olive branch.
Yeah, they all. Yeah. You sure there's not much difference between the they them's and the Justin Bieber?
That's mate, don't assume my gender here, folks.
That's a podcast waiting to happen.
You bring the they them's up and the half penny.
Just about 7 of them, like sitting on the floor, cross-legged and all.
Rainbow hair.
Yeah, tell me about how their favourite band's Motley Crue, you know.
Girls, I brought in a creative monster for you. Take a seat.
You know, that's my real olive branch. I'm like, fruit punch, anyone? You know. But
Not a big monster guy.
No,
Same
the
way.
white one, I love.
I
The
was on a-
tropical one.
That's the gym guy one. That's the one all like anyone posts a photo of it before they hit the gym.
Beneath this denim jacket is a jacked guy.
Is it white monster? Is it?
Yeah.
I was at a
A
gig.
white monster for the white monster.
Mate, that's your fucking podcast name.
I was at a gig and I asked for a Red Bull beforehand. They were all like, "Is Monster right?" And I was like, "Yeah," and got it. And I was like, "This is rank."
Yeah, it's very it's too
stinking.
sweet or something for
Like if you're mixing it with vodka, okay, but
Yeah.
see, straight up Monster, like
I couldn't do it before.
vile, like, and the normal one, not any of the wee nice wee flavoured ones.
Yeah.
The proper original fresh garbage black one.
Black
like,
back
yeah.
Before the second for the second speakeasy gig,
Right.
I got the most nervous because I'd been drinking the last 2 nights, and I had to go on stage and do half an hour here, and I was like proper like riddled with anxiety, and I was gonna get a monster in the shop, and I was like, this will go one of 2 ways, like I'll either be like
yourself.
fucking
No,
"Woo,
starts
here we
bleeding on
go,"
stage.
yeah.
fucking, like-
or
Shit
like
yourself, like.
panic attack on stage. So I was like,
Yeah.
just leave it.
I know. That's what I was actually meant to ask you. So how did you find that? Because I know I was at the second one.
Yeah.
And I was there watching this, and it went down really well. But you were saying about how the first one was better.
First one was insane.
Yeah,
mate.
first one was so good. Like it was
Yeah.
just different gravy altogether.
So
was
for
like-
for the 80 Smicks that listen to this, on their work break, these guys did
Smicks don't work.
on their double break.
waiting in line for the benefits job center, but said that backwards. Anyway, they did a show where you and Sean McAleavey headlined, and then you were support for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I went down to see it, and it was hilarious. Like, it was really good. Everyone did really well, but again, Sunflower's like that room where you're always going to do well as
Yeah,
well. So
it's really comfortable.
Roasting
Like,
butt as well. Like that night, I
Yeah.
remember a bit of bead of sweat went to my eye, like mid set. I was like,
yeah,
fuck
I've
this.
never sweated as much in my life. Like I'm kind of a sweaty guy going
man,
on
you
stage.
should get like a bracelet of blue roll. Like,
Well, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna order like a hanky online, like a proper like,
Yeah.
and then like have it in my pocket, and then take it out and do the bit where I'm all, because I've done it a few times with wipe my head, and I feel like an American pasty, and like, dear Lord, the body of Jesus Christ, and I'm gonna write that into the sack because
Yeah.
I genuinely do need to like wipe my head sometimes, like.
Yeah, no, that's for his birthday. I give his now ex the idea to buy him like a towel, because Chico would be quite the profuse sweater
Okay.
as well, and she bought him a towel with his name like engraved on it.
Right.
Just
That's
carried
nice,
his
yeah.
shoulder. I was like, that's the fucking sickest thing ever.
So you're Chan or Ravenel, you just be like,
Yeah, just fucking just rinse it in a load of water and cocaine, and just oh, buys him sweating.
you walk up to people in the rave.
That's some shit you would do.
Chico
as well.
time.
But Chico wouldn't do it to one girl as well. He's too polite. It would all just be like like
Fellas
bald guys
getting-
in high vis vests. He
Just,
would-
just me getting whipped in the ass.
all the bouncers, the DJ.
Me and Chico chasing around each other while the merge is on.
Chico's all Patrick Toppin. Yeah, fuck.
That was the first night, especially, was just at seeing, and I remember I was
Yeah.
about to go on,
Yeah.
and like I was like, right, get in the zone, Ciaran, and Pete had just been on, and then Darren Matthews was getting ready to bring me on, and you turned around and looked at me and grabbed a bit of blue roll and went and stuck it to your forehead.
I have this thing, cause like I just like sticking things in my head and looking at people trying to make them laugh. Like, see if I'm at a bar and I'm like, just like put a fiver in my head, but like shite is banter ever. Like, but I wasn't
face.
nervous anymore, so fuck him. He was going through the horrors. Like,
Man, you're like one of them, like, them like human like sellotape guys.
Yeah.
With just the fucking pint glasses and all hanging out of their head. And all.
I'll actually show you a photo taken from this weekend here. Now I know we probably can't.
Yeah,
What is that, Monopoly?
Send me that so I can put it on.
I got about 7 beer mats stuck on my head.
Send me that so I can
I'll
put it
send
on.
you that. We'll probably slide that in if you can. Like,
There's that thing as well when you get on stage at the speakeasy was so good for it. You know where you land the first laugh,
Yeah.
and you're like, right, like, we're okay here. Speakeasy, they're just walking on stage like, well, what's crack, and then they just sort of got giggles because the crowd were that up for it. And I was like, this is gonna be a nice
The
gig.
show I was at was like you kind of stood off to the side, like the light was like in the middle, and you were like off to the side.
they were trying to signal to you, you weren't standing under the light.
it? Oh, fuck, yeah.
And you just walked on. And he goes, right or something. It was because you came out the fucking I'm blue.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, like you came on, and just goes well, and everyone just started like laughing. I was like,
It's all my
fucking-
mates
get
up the
that-
front
yeah,
row.
yes,
Get
yeah.
best
shit
audience
handed to you,
members
man.
ever. Like,
Yeah, no, but it went really well. I actually like fucking laughed my head off at it. You fucking killed it. You were like,
Appreciate
obviously the two headliners were gonna do well, like, but I was like, nervous for you most of the time. And you went-
opening's
Yeah.
shite, like, because it's like, fuck. It's especially when they've picked me to do it and I'm their mate. It's like, I kind of have to do good here, like, because like if I don't, I feel like I'm letting them guys down.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. You had a lot of pressure on you for that.
Darren as well, I sort of
Yeah,
said.
Darren
like,
done a great job, by the
Yeah.
way.
But then I remember like when he came off the second one, then he went, my brother's recording this by the way, so I can send you any footage. And could you ask him to edit in some laughter? And I went, fuck.
Jesus Christ,
Cheeky
fucking
bastard.
Steven Spielberg over here. Yeah, nobody. Imagine Darren comes off and he's like, "Here, mate, if I tell you to stick to a time, I want you to stick." It's like your headline show. You know?
Before I came in under on the second night, because there was a joke about my granddad and a joke about my younger brother, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm doing them when my cousins are here and my younger brother's recording." And then so
That's why I done it for him.
Yeah. half an hour came in at 24 minutes or something, but like at the same time it was that warm. It was like, right, we'll just leave it. Like,
and that's even like fucking Sean did brilliant as well. So you know, like that was a real good feeling. So fair play to these lads. Fucking hope to see another one soon. Cause
Yeah, I think maybe
Solo
next
shows
year.
next.
Yeah, next year we're all the three of us. I know we're all obviously individual comedians, but me, Ciaran, and Sean will do a podcast together called RW Podcast. Please like and subscribe.
I was going to promote that at the start anyway. So you've probably already heard this. So.
But yeah, we've done like the 2 shows together. And I think maybe next year we're probably going to be aiming for each doing a solo show. Like
yeah. So
no, it's such a sick idea. Well, you know, I'm always here for support acts.
Edinburgh would be the idea as well. I think this year I'm going to try and do Edinburgh.
Yeah,
even like
Definitely.
an hour and like not.
when is that? Or
August.
it was the
The
whole
whole
month
month of August,
August.
yeah.
whole month of August. So
Yeah.
Maybe the idea would be like do half an hour from Speakeasy
Yeah.
and then half an hour that I'm working on right now. But I'd love to try and also get material that isn't Northern Irish based. Because you go to Edinburgh, and be, what's a deal with the Good Friday Agreement? It was just not- yeah.
like I was talking to Mickey Bartlett, and I was saying like, what's the best way
Name
for me to get
drop
into that? Sweep that up there. He was saying Peter E. Davidson as well, because he's only back from doing it, and they were both sort of saying about the free fringe. So you can't actually go over and you apply to do the free fringe. They give you a slot, so they go like you're in the fucking dog and duck here at like 1:30 to 2:30.
Yeah.
And like it's a shit room, but you get it for free.
Fuck.
And then it's like it's up to you to flower it, and then like, they might give you like 11 days, full month or 5 or whatever.
Just
and
paid
then
outside like a ring girl. Just fucking.
yeah, pretty
Did
much.
Peter
like.
do the free one or did he do the proper?
Yeah, Peter
did
E. Davidson the free fringe. Yeah, so that's what
I
you do.
might do
And
that
then
in the first year.
you pay for your accommodation. Now the accommodation is still like $3,000.
You
Like
probably need to get it like fucking 8 months beforehand if you want to go down. I think,
some people get like a camper van,
Oh really?
and they just live
To
in
be
like
fair,
a camper
I
van,
thought it'd be such a fucking sick idea.
and then you can like
Park up
drive in,
somewhere,
drive out, and all that
Yeah.
carry on. Yeah.
See, I was wondering how Vittorio done it, like where he was out every night, it looked like, and then also gigging and stuff and living comfortably. But then I seen his final post said that he was living with his auntie and uncle.
I was
Which
gonna
would be a
say you don't
fucking
know he's
gift,
living
like,
comfortably.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Here,
Fuck.
it's Edinburgh, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Is your fucking brother not living in Edinburgh? Yeah, well, fuck, yeah.
yeah,
Guess
Chico,
we're next year.
we're not that desperate.
do you
Like,
want to link up here? I can cook a good
math.
yeah.
Mate, you're going
I can open a couple of beers from.
You're going into a Portuguese household. Don't talk about food. Like,
I can do the fucking fag run.
sort me and Chico out.
Yeah.
But no, that's definitely like I'd 100% look into that. If you are looking into that, I'd fucking like
Yeah, 100%.
if he was having me, you know.
Because I think if like to make the accommodation doable, a lot of it is like a couple of buys go over. Like if you're going
that's
over
what
and
I'm
renting a
saying, you
place
know,
on your
for like-
own, you're fucked. Like, but if you get like 3 or 4 buys in, you can make it a bit affordable. Like,
I think people swap between like sofa one night, bed one night,
Yeah.
floor one night,
Bath.
yeah. Bath. Yeah,
bread bin.
yeah. Fucking.
This is the most holy
Out
land
the
shit I've
dog
ever seen in
kennel.
my life. Like,
for a month as well.
just to
but,
do a load of free gigs.
Fuck's sake, I'm in the washing machine today.
like, I was speaking to Luke about it, and Luke was saying like you should try and do like a meeting.
Yeah.
Like he was maybe considering doing a meeting of like all the comedians this year who would be. Because I said there'd be a big squad
Oh
over
yeah,
this year,
100%.
especially after sort of you've seen the success of what Get Us and all done
Oh yeah.
this year at it.
I know, that's what I mean. There's obviously like their level of comedian who would be going to do it, like
Yeah.
all the big guys, and then there would be like, you know, like all the
wee men.
the wee men, the open micers.
Like we spoke about this before, and I'm a firm believer. Like obviously, like what age are you?
22.
You're 22, right? You're 24. I'm 26, right?
Oh, look at that! He's better.
So yeah, we're roughly around the same age. We all grew up watching Colin Gallagher and all that
exactly.
kind. Obviously, everyone will go, I want to be in their gang and all.
Yeah.
Obviously, if any of them buys asses come into their gang and do their pods,
Yeah.
would love to. But at the same time, I think for our generation, we have to sort of
yeah.
create
For
our
each
own
other,
wee
yeah.
version
Oh, yeah.
of it. Our
That's
wee
what I
gang.
like. Even after like our first gig together, that was like the first thing I was like, right, give me your fucking Instagram. You
Yeah,
know?
I remember
was
that as we were sitting at the smoking area.
Yeah, so like that's I know exactly what.
Because like at the end of the day, them guys are like 35, 36. They've got wives and kids.
Yeah.
But they want to hang about with
they were
guys in their
doing
mid-20s. Like,
they were
Don't
doing the
worry.
same shit as us
Yeah.
10 years ago. You know.
yeah,
So.
we'll do the odd gig together, do the odd podcast. Yeah, we'll get on well with them. Like, but like we
not
can't
gonna
like
be,
hang anything on like us joining them. We have to create our own thing.
Like I doubt fucking Tommy Tiernan and all was all, oh, Colin, you coming out for pints now, you know?
Yeah.
So like, so I get what you mean by that. No, definitely, that's what I'm like. you know, I'm 100% down for like anything, you know, like
Yeah.
we're
Anything?
Yeah.
How much
me
do
a
you want
How
to
much do you want a kid?
yeah. How much do you want to be a success in this business, boy?
It's me and Justin in the fucking tumble
I
dryer.
remember after
We're in
Jordan's
the utility closet, like.
after Jordan's solo show, when me and Alan Irwin and Ronan Linsky went for a pint, we got in the car and Alan Irwin went, "How much do you want to be a success in this business?" Joking with me, obviously.
Alan, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
in
an
the car
absolutely
after.
Louis C.K. head, like.
Yeah, it kind of looks like.
he does.
No, 'cause
Taking glasses off.
I remember when we done the first show together, and then Mike Carlisle shook my hand left, and I went, fuck, I wanted to like get his because Mike was really sound, and then thankfully he texted me in the first chicken box, being like, "Hey, good to see you're still gigging again." I was like, "Well, yeah."
I know.
When was the first time you gigged together?
We did the competition, like the first newcomers competition.
Oh, was that your first
in the
gig?
pub.
Yeah.
Were you there as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fucking died. I like it wasn't like the worst. Like I've had a worse death since. But like at the same time, it was that fucking material that a certain someone who shall not be named took off me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
Sean McAleavey.
Colin Gallus.
Colin, oh, fuck you, one second. But it was Juice WRLD took it for his new set in heaven, and he like I did like a whole load of material about like fucking like sent a dick pic or something. It was so stupid.
Because you're highbrow like that.
Yeah, that's
You
exactly.
take comedy to the next level.
First ever gig, I was off like trying to explain how I take a dick pic. I was like, that maybe this isn't for me, you know.
Kieran sitting there like that. Oh.
Pass this such and such. You know?
I did plan my outfit that night.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know,
think you
because it
planned
was
your
part of
dick
your
pics.
fucking set.
Yeah,
I
it was part of
remember.
my set, yeah. And I've my brother's taken that outfit back, so I can't even do it anymore.
Oh really? Yeah. It
So-
was the whole. You weren't there. It was Liam was there. You were dressed like Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah, I got up on stage and went, "Oh, I know what you were thinking. Woody from Toy Story should really let himself go because he was wearing like a kind of checkered shirt."
Standard
brown
opener.
trousers.
I look like XYZ person.
I hope it lasts longer than I did the first time of having sex. Fuck, yeah, that's a classic one.
Yeah, it was wild, but I remember like at the end of it, it was like he was going over like the heads, being like who won. Fuck, William or something MC.
Yeah, it was William MC,
That was
yeah.
like such a big
William
deal for me.
Thompson?
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
such like my first ever gig. It was like fucking William Thompson was MC.
Ian Thompson,
Yeah.
opening.
So was that your first gig as well?
Yeah.
So how long have you been going? About 11 months? About a year?
Yeah, it'll be
4th of October.
is that what date it was? The 4th?
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
I
that's
got a
wild.
tattoo in my ass.
Coming up the year.
2
then,
days
yeah.
off. That's
Yeah.
the fucking new magazine gig. So
Yeah, they're nice.
how wild is that? That it's only been a year. Like
It's flown by as well. Like, I suppose there was a month gap during December where COVID kind of went, "I'm back, baby."
Yeah.
But it wasn't really back. When
kicking
the
the door
Omicron,
like the
but people
Kool-Aid
kind of
man,
freaked out. Yeah.
I know. But no, it was a fucking weird time as well. I remember that being like, why am I not getting any gigs? And everyone was like, no one else. Everyone's
Yeah.
sick, you cunt. I was like,
Yeah.
fair enough, you know.
I got COVID at my first gig.
Did you?
You did?
Yeah.
Your first gig was Chicken Box, I think you remember me
Yeah,
saying?
9 months. Like, so
Yeah.
mine was like basically the start of the
What did you
year. Fucking feel like I am. Fucking got triplets.
Justin's about to deliver them.
Yeah, loads of us got fucking COVID at the first one. I think 'cause we were all sharing the mic, and then like I got offered a gig at like at Boiler Room, Strabane,
Yeah.
and I had to do it, but I can't do it. Like, and he was all right. Okay, you can do it in May. So it was like I had to wait 6 months to do that gig.
Jesus
Like,
Christ. I was
'cause
like,
I
my
got
driving
COVID, like.
test. But, but no, that's wild. You got the Boiler Room right after that.
Boiler Room was the third gig I ever got booked
Johnny
for.
wee Boston, I'm fighting for my fucking life.
Right, that was the third gig I got booked for,
Yeah.
and was the 38th gig I done. Think about that.
Yeah.
For Jesus.
I got booked 6 months in advance for it, and like I was like, this is the third gig I ever got booked
Yeah,
for,
but-
and like it took ages to
By the
actually do
time
it.
it came around, you were a fucking professional. Like, that's
And then I
crazy.
done it, and he was alright. So not 6 months, and I was like,
Yeah, when Ro was like, "Oh, like Ro loves the word hustler," like,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, you're a hustler, kid," and all the Kiwis. I went, "Cheers, cheers," and I went, "Any chance of well, we're on the word hustler? Give me another slot in Boiler Room."
Jesus Christ. I know, no, I've spoke to him once, and it was just when I was down at the pub, like, seeing him. Like, he was just on that night. Jalvis wasn't there, unfortunately, but
Such a
no, but no, it was like the only time I've spoke to Ron, and he probably doesn't even remember my name or anything, because it was probably like fucking November, so.
Yeah.
But no, he was fucking hilarious.
oh boy, it's a good lad. Like,
Yeah, he was so dead on to me as well, so I was kind of appreciative about that. But other than that, reply to my DMs.
Not a subtle.
this podcast is just you calling my promoters.
Yeah, who's next?
I'm fucking darn Matthews.
Give Elliot, put me on.
Bring
I'll
back,
say nothing. I was meant to fucking text him today. So.
bring back BBMs. You can just ping bays.
I know, fucking
Poke them on
BC,
Facebook.
BC my pin, bro.
Poke them in real life. Go to their door. Yeah, can't open up.
Me a pug sticking my finger in his ear, wet William and all.
There have been some gigs like people have said, and I'm like, "Oh, that sounds great," and then the gig's never gone ahead. There's one.
Yeah.
There's one in particular. It was meant to happen in Dungannon. And Shane Todd was doing it. Fucking Connor Keys was doing it.
Alright.
Finn Harvey was doing it. And then I texted the boy and he went, You're not gonna believe it. Like the bar owners have never heard of them, so it's not gonna hit.
Right.
Mickey Bartlett apparently had a residency.
Yeah,
Like he was
residency,
fucking Celine Dion in Las Vegas.
This
And he asked
bar
him about
in
it, they never heard of it.
I think the bar text Mickey or something as well, or there's something like that.
Less said about that, the better.
Fucking
Yeah.
Mickey up. Do you believe in love?
Banging tune, by the way.
It is. I put that on my playlist about 2 weeks ago. Fair enough.
Did you ever listen to the DMAs?
No, what's that?
They're like an Australian, like
I
like
love
rock
them. I
indie
see them in
band.
Limelight.
They do a thing. There's like a
Up there, Believe version. I mean,
Yeah.
that cringes me out, sir.
no way. It's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
class, but it's really like slow down, get on, listen to it
Yeah,
afterwards.
I had
I
a,
remember being at afters and some boy being like, "Right, everyone, shut the fuck up."
All of them, but all after
It's
like,
like, dude, because their song "Lay Down," so they're
yeah,
Lethal
no, it's
Live.
good. Like, yeah.
I thought I had a fucking weird taste in music. I give Ciaran a lift home from the pub a few weeks ago, and he hopped in the car, and I just hit shuffle in the playlist. I wasn't paying attention to what was on. It was about 6 minutes of Bob Marley was playing. I was like, Jesus fucking
You don't want no
Christ.
mega gal.
I was like, we're jamming all the way.
Ciaran goes to me, he goes, so is this Bob Marley? Aye?"
That's what I'm saying. It's you know that stage that you're at the lights and the conversation dies. Like, Bob Marley.
Something more
I
from
was at the
JLS.
Oh, no, that's Sebastian
Merry
Crow from Little
Christmas.
Mermaid.
Did you ever see
It's
it?
Rasta Mouse. Did you ever see that band Dragon's Den reggae sauce? That's it.
It's Arsenal Fan TV.
It's massive dub.
Listening to fucking Chet Hanks and musical, for fuck's sake.
Me and Sean weren't like we were mates, but I think it's like November. I put up a photo of me with Don Robbie, and Sean was like, "What the hell? What your mates were like? You know, what you're a Spurs fan?" And I was like, "Nah, but I met you always get your photo."
Don
taken with
Robbie
Don."
seems good lad, like.
Yeah.
Right. Who's that? I don't
Oh,
know.
you don't like football?
No, well, the old time. I was
Arsenal Fan TV.
That's the fan TV.
Oh,
Don
no,
Robbie.
I
60%
know
of
that. Yeah, it's been
You're
in
the big
fucking
black
group
guy,
chat.
like the bald guy?
Yeah.
I got a
didn't know
photo
his
with him.
name. I just know his face. You know.
Robbie, bro.
Yeah.
And I sent it to my dad's group chat, and him and all his mates had the same joke. Fuck Ian Rich, put on some weight.
There's me, what?
I got that one because I used to love football, so I know all the old footballers. Like back in like my fucking like football days were like when Joe Cole played for fucking West Ham.
Yeah.
You know, so that was like like I was like fucking J Cole and all the t-shirts, not the robber.
He's had a hair transplant, and he must have lost it again because it's fucking.
But that's like the thing with like a hair transplant. I was
You
like
can use
looking
it
at
again.
Pete there. I was like, it's like the,
Well, since I'm the spokesperson on this,
did like
Sponsor.
Rooney had one, and then his went again.
I'd never get one, but honestly, see if he goes to me, you can go to Turkey here now, I will pay for it, I wouldn't do it.
I know.
My cousin got one, and like I didn't believe it at the start because the way he talks about it, it's like a flower. He goes, "Just gotta give it time to blossom, kid."
to blast.
And then I served him in the office the other day, and I was like, "Holy shit, that is what did you pay for that? That is fucking lethal, like."
Oh, you meant like flower because he puts a miracle grow on
Is
it.
it?
Like, water's just saying every day, no, he can't.
He's like out in the sun in the morning, fucking getting that photosynthesizing, you know.
Puts all that slug killer in there as well.
We've got a salt round his head.
Yeah, just make sure there's nothing in there.
Jesus
Nothing
Christ.
growing.
No, but that's hectic. Like I don't know. I couldn't do it either. Like my fucking.
I don't know what your hair looks like, you never have a hat off you?
I just no, we were talking about this yesterday with Adam as well. He was like, the day I do it, he'll probably die. But
Well, I'll take your hat off.
yeah, he'll probably die the day before, and I'll just be all at his funeral. Here you go, mate. Just sat it in the coffin. But no.
You look like a shit The Edge from U2.
Yeah, there's all the guitars as well. Can you?
Fuck, where's yeah? Oh, don't even, man. I went
Yeah,
with some
don't.
Sabbath
Yeah,
right
don't
now.
do
No, I'm gonna do a fucking cover band of Black Sabbath, but it's Black Sabbath. You know, with 2 F's at the end.
You're going to do what U2 did and like, you know, like they forced everyone to download
Yeah.
the thing. You're going to force this podcast. And the iPhone's going to come out. It's
Episode
going to be
7,
downloaded on
force your
everyone's
set.
phone.
Like, listen to this 5 I did in the pub yesterday.
Speaking of you on the path tonight, you doing new stuff, old stuff?
Well, I was meant to, like, I was thinking about new stuff. I was writing a whole new bit. I'll keep it very vague, but I was writing a whole new bit in case someone from Dungan's listening. But I was doing a whole new bit writing it about how in Ibiza, like, a girl came up to me and she was like, tell me about the troubles. She was a wee Welsh girl, and obviously me being the sectarian one out of the group, I became the spokesperson for it. I was like,
Right.
where do you hear this? And then that's when I realised I didn't fucking know shit about the troubles, so I just told her the whole story of Star Wars, but replaced all the names with, like, you know, like political
Right,
figures.
okay.
and all that.
Paisley and
Yeah, so
fucking-
like Darth Paisley and fucking, you know, Michael Collins Skywalker and all, but it's a work in progress.
It's got
So
legs,
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's you know the fucking plate to it. There's no dinner on it yet. But
The only thing I have to say is I don't like Star Wars.
But
I, know
I was
that,
like,
but I don't know the story.
Adam
Like,
Lockton and all
I'm
of
from
that.
Northern Ireland and I would fall for that.
Yeah.
I would believe what you were saying because I don't know. I wouldn't recognise that
That's
as
what I
being
mean.
Star
So it
Wars.
was like, oh, the whole bit is about like me basically me being like we're all sectarian cunts. You know, like everyone like does the sectarian jokes and everyone fucking does the 12th and all and does St. Patrick's Day, gets the tricolours out and all. But the second that you ask them about the troubles, you know, it's like,
What do you actually know about it?
Yeah, exactly. You know, bar like the Good Friday Agreement, if even, you know.
One of my mates said in uni, he was like, so what's your opinion, like, when we're talking about history, you know, we see the penal laws, and I was like, what the fuck are they?
Do you know what the penal laws?
You know, and he goes,
was that not to do with Tommy Lee from Motley Crue?
the
Penal laws?
and he went, you call yourself like an Irish nationalist? And I was like, that's a bit far, like. I support the Republic of Ireland football team.
Listen, I'm an open mic comedian.
I've got a Cliftonville fucking mouse mat.
Yeah.
That's about as far as it goes.
Every time I've watched Cliftonville, they haven't just got beat, they've got like pumped, they've
Yeah.
got spanked, like, so I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna stay away.
I have a fucking 2008 Armada top, for fuck's sake, you know, like, I still have it, it's upstairs, it's about a size XS, like, but, you know, I could turn
I
it
got
in-
excited when you started with the axe there, and I went, oh, that's not gonna
I could probably
Hey,
turn it
take
into a tie or something, you know, like.
I've got a Hibs top, to be fair, but that was like just...
That's a nice top you wear.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Which
it.
one's that? Is that the green one, or?
Yeah, so I got that whenever I was obsessed with Train Spot, and I was like, how can I be more cool, like, renting?
It's like the worst
Maybe it's
episode
hanging
of
out
Match
there
of the Day ever. What Hibs is that? The green one?
Yeah, the
Aye,
green,
yeah. I got it because of a movie.
Because I got, yeah.
I know, no, that's fucking it's crazy. But yeah, no, I'm doing just 5. I'm not even on the lineup or anything because Luke just texted me about it.
All the
today,
best
so-
people aren't on the lineup. bro.
Exactly.
Just
That's
show
what
up,
it is. Fucking.
It's like you know the wee surprise ones like Shane Todd's just dropping in. That's what it
Exactly.
is.
That's what
Justin's
it is.
just dropping
Me,
in. to do
Mickey
5.
Bartlett, and Shane Todd are going to
Yeah,
be
just dropping in for a quick 5, bro.
Do you remember the boy at the Yo first one? And he came up to me when I opened for Dana Carvery and all these massive like
that the
SNL
American guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking
and I was like, what the
crackhead.
fuck am I meant to do here? And then some people were like, just give him a go and all. And then I was kind of like,
I was not one of those people.
you were not. You were like, shut
I
it.
was
You were
saying
shutting
no
it
to that
down,
cunt now.
And then eventually, like the way I looked at it, you were there, Seema was there, Will Ray was there. If I had to put on some random American guy and then let you use,
That's what I
like,
said.
no
I was,
way.
oh, it's not fair. Like some people have already asked, like, and then you were like, "Nah, we can't." Like,
Yeah.
not
but it was just random. Like he caught you off guard.
Yeah, I was sitting there. So,
He came at the door. He just walked up to the door, like literally the way that like Ulster Sports Club is. The doors at like the back of the room, and then the stage is over here.
I
Yeah.
thought he was looking at a ticket.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought he was
it.
looking to
He
see if
walked
he
in.
could
He
watch
just
it.
he like stopped with his drink, and he goes, "Ha!" And I was all, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
Because I was like sitting beside William, and he was like over here, and he like walked in, and he just walks up to like Ross Mitchell. And he's like, here, like he just says something to him, and I remember him being like, I was like, who the fuck's that guy? He must be a guy I've never like seen about. I thought he was like one of the, you know, the comics or something, but he comes over to Kieran, he's like, yeah, guy, can I get on? Like, and Kieran's all, I don't fucking know.
Kieran's not looking him in the eye. Kieran's
Yeah, it was a weird thing. It was just the big laugh he let out whenever he was, because I can't remember who
It
was
stood
on.
out because no one else was laughing.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was either, it might have been like Sean or maybe like Jack or even David that was MC.
It was like halfway
Dave
through.
MCing.
It was halfway through the first.
Yeah,
the first half,
Dave
like-
might-
Because it was tough enough for the first half, like, and
Oh,
David
yeah.
really had to work with him, like, and try and get them going.
It's that same thing. It's like, you know, the crowd was full of like what you would call like the hipster in 2011.
Yeah.
You know, like a load of Tumblr quotes, like shit, a load of people whose dads post fucking Tommy Shelby quotes, like, you know.
It's like they sat at the very front as well. You're kind of like
Yeah.
playing to a crowd that were there to support the magazine because it was the magazine's first comedy, but they
Yeah.
weren't there for like the comedians or the comedy. Like,
Yeah.
well, there were all the boys at the back were there to see like William.
Yeah.
So then they, whenever like,
And William came on, everyone laugh, you know.
As Luke McGivern famously says, you're more smilers than laughers. Which is a polite way of saying we're all fucking eating a bag of dicks here.
or the crowd was just a bit shy.
I know. Luke's a fucking legend though. The unsung hero of
He's a
Northern
fucking
Legend.
champ.
Hero,
I
like.
really love him.
Yeah. I swear to God. And he's like the most underrated comedian on the
Yeah.
scene as well.
We were
Like,
saying
he
as well.
never dies in his hole, you know.
I done a gig with him in Limerick, and like me and Sean done it. Fucking 4 hours there, 4 hours back to Limerick
hell.
way to do fucking
I couldn't
10.
tell you where Limerick is.
You didn't even go for chicken hot either.
I know, fuck's sake, we ended up in Boojum. We're like, fuck me, we drove 4 hours to go to Boojum. Right, 10,
Same burrito.
10 minutes, like just proper like grind, like let's do this by. And Luke was there, but Luke went down early. And we done the gig, like, and me and Sean both done alright, like, but not great. And the room was just shit, like, and the MC was like real, like, edgy, but like not funny. Just like telling, being offensive for the sake of being offensive. And it was just like a real frosty night. And then Luke went on, and he was just like real happy and cheerful and like playful.
Yeah.
And he done class, and see afterwards going like, you done what all of us should have done.
Yeah.
We all went up there and like just done our set as normal, but he went up and like he like
Have
thanked
fun with it. Yeah.
someone got the MC. The MC asked people to move up closer, and Luke was all like, "See when you go on stage, thank the people for moving up closer." And I didn't, because I was like, "No, I'm not fucking saying that. It's
Yeah.
weird." He went on, done it, and he's all, "See, I'll just get someone on side,"
Yeah.
and like he fucking roofed it.
He knows what the fuck he's doing.
And I was just watching, going like, "It's a learning curve." Like actually, like
yeah, they
changing up what you're doing. Like
every time I watch him, it's a new experience for me. Like, you know, it's always like I learn something from it every time I watch him.
because
you know?
you can't laugh at someone you don't like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's very likable.
Yeah.
Even like imagine like guys you fell out with and say something really funny, you're like,
Yeah, Yeah, fuck him.
You don't want to laugh even though it's a fucking screamer what they've said. You have to like the person
That's
to laugh
half my
them.
fucking friend group. Fuck's
At the Filthies gig, for example, none of us were doing well at all, and Luke actually spoke to the crowd at the break. Went, listen, thanks for coming, because we didn't sell a single ticket. The Filthies didn't, so they went do it in the main bar. And Luke was like, I'm gonna try and win them over here. So he spoke to the crowd, went, cheers for coming. Sorry that you're probably here to watch football, but there's comedy on. But if you just give it a go and stuff. And then for the first 5 minutes of that second half, he'd had them back. But then obviously when you're not there to watch comedy, you switch back. But I was saying to him yesterday, we were talking about almost like, well, the idea of like if you had a mentor or someone like you really look up to and who's looked out for you, I think Luke's almost a mentor to so many people in the scene in terms of looking out for them, and like
especially you got a lot of us our first gigs. And
Yeah,
stuff,
exactly.
And he gets it anytime you want, like anytime you're doing anything important,
He'll help you.
put you on for like 2 weeks in a row for 2 or 3 weeks. To
Yeah,
fucking...
one thing I have to say is like he's a lot of power because he runs the biggest open mic gig in Northern Ireland, Belfast, probably the most famous, but comedy promoters and stuff like that they get such a bad rep when they have power and abusing it, but he's one person where it's like the power is safe in his hands because he's a nice guy. He genuinely is a nice guy, like, and he'll give you a gig when he thinks you're ready but then won't. Like I remember asking him could I headline, and he was all like no, in time. And I was like you know what, you're right, because I wasn't ready at the time to do it, and then eventually he did.
Every time I come
he's
off
just looking
now,
out for you.
Yeah, every time I come off now he just goes, I think that was the best I've seen you. Like that's been the last like 6 times.
when you get a thumbs up and he does this certain sort of smile, like there was a gig when we done the last job together, me and Luke, and I came off and he just done a big thumbs up and a massive smile, and I was like, you don't need to say anything more. You don't need to say any more to baby.
It's like that, you know, that big photo of Jesus with like the wee heart in his hand.
Yeah,
but it's just a thumbs up. It's like the same amount of like, you know, warmth you get from that.
Because we're gigging with him on Wednesday. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, where's he? Oh, is he? Oh,
We're in
yeah.
Belfast, he's headlining. I'm pretty sure.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's in the middle of the poster.
As Jesus. Yeah. No, I'm not for that. Will Ray was like, "Are you looking food kept?" I'm like, "Am I fucking looking food kept? Who are you talking to?"
I'm not doing the gig and I want food kept.
Where are you? You're somewhere else important.
Just a wee fucking gig up Lavery's there now.
Just a wee chicken wee top.
Jake, cut this bit out.
Anyone important on?
It's me, Shane, Darren Matthews, and Jordan Robinson.
That's fucking hectic, man. It's fucking fair play, man. That's
Cheers,
fucking
bro.
class.
I'm looking forward
Same
to
to
it.
you, bro, but you're too far
Cheers,
away.
you.
You know, I know.
I'll give you a slap.
That's it hasn't been like fully announced yet for like the lineup for Lavery's for your night, but
Yeah, and I'm not sure who else is. Fuck, I was speaking to McCann about it, but I don't want to say who it is in case they
change the lineup or whatever. Or, like
get a message from Gaddis being fucking you're off the lineup.
Because Gaddis is a fucking big user hectic fan, so he
He's telling me.
Never know. No, I do know he's not.
He's like the fucking most wannabe podcast of his ever. Like, so I changed the desk around. I was like, nah, I can't like.
I was down on Thursday watching, and like McCann was speaking to some guy from Texas.
Yeah.
And the guy was kind of like rowdy, but good, on the right side of rowdy.
Yeah.
See the second half, McCann went back and went, I want to speak to this guy from Texas again. But he was the wrong side of rowdy by the second half. And he was
Jesus.
like, I'm going up there. And his mates had to be like, stay down. Like, he's talking to you. He doesn't want you on stage.
What did he look like?
Him? He's a big black fella with two big massive earrings.
Right, no, that's not what I was there like the week before, and I was like just like getting a drink at the bar, and some American guy came up and he was all of the wee barman. Can you make a French martini? And the guy was, and the babe was all downstairs. And I was sitting there, he was all, he 100% does know how to make a French martini, but he can't be fucked. He's all, mate, it's fucking tenants or fuck off.
I don't know. I went with a girl one time.
Bragging.
Bragging.
Have you got your hole before?
What's it like?
I'm still fine for it, man. This is why I took her to Lavery's. Thought that would work. Didn't. William was emceeing that night, but
He took her home.
Care fucking have a few stories about that. But saying on, I said this face. I told him in the pub last week. So. But it was basically like one of my exes. William was like texting her on like Tinder or something, or like fucking Instagram or something, and then I brought it up to him and he was like, I don't even remember that. And I was like, and because I remember her being like texting me being like, you do stand up, don't you? And you're all, do you know this guy? So I was on like Shane Todd's podcast, and I was like, yeah, he's got his own as well, so he does. And then next thing you know, my current girlfriend, I was like as I like talk her to Lavery's. That's my go-to first date every time.
Lavery's,
I'm like, there's a theme going here.
Show them off to William. They're like, do you like this one?
I'm like lining them up like fucking. You ever watch that Rush Hour 2?
Yes.
And it like opens up the doors in the massage parlor and all the girls are lined up.
Bring them girls up to William.
What's that thing that the Kings used to do? They used to like sleepwall like the.
Oh, on the night of the wedding.
Yeah. Like, there's a fucking word
it's in
for it.
Braveheart or something.
Yeah, where like the king, like at the night of the wedding, the king would have to buck the wife first.
Yeah.
Fucking hectic. What's that? Like,
He doesn't.
I don't know what the fuck these guys are on about.
He's under Ciaran Purdy level or Franco level. Fucking Ciaran Purdy died. I killed him.
Alright, Darth Vader, fuck's sake.
That's what I'm going for.
You didn't kill him. I did.
Yeah, me and Luke were going to Stendhal. I was like, "Did you see that Obi-Wan scene where Darth Vader's like, you didn't kill Anakin, I did?" And Luke was like, "Yeah, I done that to the other guy, Ciaran Purdy."
Mate, that's your fucking next headline poster, like you with the Darth Vader mask, but
It's
just
actually
like,
not a bad shout.
yeah,
We were thinking of like names
Chico
like
do it for you.
solo shows, like,
um,
and then I was like trying to think, like,
It's my favourite thing to come up with shit names.
yeah,
Solo show, like really cringe ones,
like,
like
what just happened? And it's me like that.
or like cancelled and it's like red tape across the line.
I'm saying it, but you don't want to hear it.
I know. My one, I remember like the first like month of like,
I just thought of another one.
what was it?
Mansplaining. It's really cringy ones.
Me with a
like,
From
loudspeaker.
me to you.
Me with a loudspeaker.
that's good. That's
The way
good.
it is, or loud and clear. Me with a loudspeaker.
Unfiltered. But no,
It's just you, Rizla.
here, listen.
It's your face where the filter should be.
My head's the roadie.
I'm trademarking these. Fucking yourself. Just take them and taking these to court.
I know. My first one was always a menace to sobriety. That was the first.
That's not bad. Like.
No, it is.
That
is bad. That is very bad.
I remember saying that, and I remember like even whenever like Alan Byrne came on the scene, I was like, listen, like. Me and you, bro, fucking, this is our first show, like, you know.
Yeah.
And
Menace to sobriety, bro.
I was like, after like 6 months, I was like,
You got blocked and forgot about what it was.
I was like, that's so cringy, man.
Who is it? You'll know the rap group. I'm only 19, but my mind is older.
Oh, Shook or
Shook ones.
The
Shook
Shook
ones,
one's a
yeah, that
song.
should be you and Adams.
Someone deep.
Mob Deep.
Mob Deep. That could be you and
I can't believe I
Adams.
knew a rap song now, mate. I'm so proud
I'm
of
only
myself.
19, yeah. When I turned 19 and all my mates were like, because I'm the youngest in my friend group, I group
Yeah.
it, and I would be always about my mates. I always said, I'm only 19, but my mind is older. And then I turned 20, and they're like, fuck up.
I know. I used to love being the youngest out of everyone.
Yeah, it's
And
good.
now we're hitting that age now where we're like,
I'm now old. Yeah.
Sorry, Pete.
I say my mates are older, Pete.
It's
No,
just
same
me.
on mine
Yeah,
are like,
yeah, Pete.
like you're turning like fucking 25 this year, aren't you? Yeah. Next year, you know what I mean? Fuck's sake, fucking.
Chico, we're real ones. That's all we got.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because we live quite close to each other. Like, you're Craigavon, I'm Larkin. I
Yeah.
feel like even on the way here, I was like, do you know XYZ? I feel like you're going to know people I know, and then I
But to be
remember you're
fair,
4
like-
years younger than me. Like,
To be fair, growing up, whenever I was like fucking, you know, everyone in Craigavon's just pedophiles.
yeah.
Like there was no like.
The Quiggler?
Yeah. I worked with him.
That's Innish Tech?
Yes.
Yeah, me too, man.
Fuck
Yeah.
off. Like,
Is he a famous pedo?
Yeah.
did
Got
you
caught.
ever see the Craigavon crack videos that your wee guy from More Alberta used to make?
I brought him up to do his first gig, or
Did you?
second gig.
Oh yeah, he was part of like a TikTok house and all.
Yeah, I scouted him in the courthouse. I seen your videos, kid. I want to make you a star.
Wait, who's this?
Listen, I worked with
Oh,
the best
yeah.
names. I worked with the best of them.
I drove him up
Ciaran
the Derry.
Franco.
I drove him up the Derry. I convinced him to do a gig. Drove him up the Derry. We stayed in Fran Leanne's house.
Yeah.
Drove him home, and I was like, "Did you have a good time?" I was like, "It's good." And he hasn't done a gig since. Like,
Fucking emailed me about
Fuck
doing
that.
the last drop, and I'd said about it, and they never done it again, and it's back to the old
the reason
owners.
he stopped.
Fuck, I killed him. Killed his career time.
He killed Ciaran Purdy first, and then the killing streak keeps going.
Who's next?
I know.
No, when like mates are older as well, something I realized, like I thought they were the coolest friend group, and then
Yeah.
like when we all got older, and like last Christmas we were all watching Ronaldo take a penalty against Norwich, and when he scored, we all went "Soo!" in my living room, and I was like, we are not cool at all. Like,
Not one of us has bought it about 3 months. This point.
He was all wearing a cap and armband, shin guards.
yeah, fuck.
Fucking hell. Man's wearing boots indoors.
But he's
Like,
been washed.
Pretty sure my dad texted me as well, going, "Did you just all sue in my living room?" I was like,
I told you no girls are around.
I fucking guessed it.
none of them gay lads are moves.
Is that a load of fruits up there? That's the most like fucking Northern Irish dad thing ever. I was somewhere recently, I can't remember where it was a shopping centre, and like it was in the line to somewhere, and someone like wee lad was standing with his dad, and he was, you know, like a wee full kit wanker kind of kid. And
Ciaran?
I have a Ronaldo 7 top, like.
the socks were up to here and all, fucking man, like, you know, like he wasn't wearing like boots, but they were like, you know, like the
Astro, but good.
yeah,
but,
yeah, like the ones with the wee tiny studs on
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Mollies.
Yeah. And the dad was like, "Oh, you'll not be having all them fruits near my house," and I had no idea. It was so out of context, and I was like, "That's fucking that's the most Craigavon dad thing I've ever
Is
heard."
there any wonder like why kids are fucking the head like
Exactly.
kids like that? Like.
You'll not be having all them fruits near my house. I was like, that was fucking. I'm getting that tattooed on me. Get that in a fucking t-shirt, like, you know.
Merch coming soon.
Fucking, I bet he has a tattooed on him underneath the fucking floral shirt.
Is there someone that does a bit and they show their tattoo?
I've seen Darren Matthews talk about his tattoos on stage,
Is it?
but that
Yeah.
was only because he's from
Jordan
Newry.
Robinson's scar, yeah. That's
Oh,
actually a
maybe
tattoo.
Jordan's. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Jordan's lying about that the whole time.
Maybe I'm thinking of Frankie Kakosa.
Jesus Christ.
But I think we're hitting like 40 minutes here, so we might as well.
We're
get
going
into some
well.
fucking
I know, it's
questions.
just
I know this is
flowing.
like,
I'm enjoying this.
yeah, I'm fucking. You know
Can we
what?
pour a few Jameson?
I actually was going to offer you one if you wanted one. But I'll do the first one that I actually took down the name of the person, because the rest of them I didn't take down the names because it was people just random smicks and all. The first one, I'll let you guess who it is from it. Favorite synonyms for spunk, jizz, cum. It's for a bit I'm writing, by the way.
Adam Byrne.
No,
Jordan?
Ian Thompson.
Ian Thompson.
Fuck, nice. Fucking.
Sorry, give me it again.
So, what's your favorite synonym for the word spunk / jizz / cum?
Spaff.
Meringue whip. Fucking vanilla ice cream.
I love yogurt. I love when people say I'm slinging a load of yogurt. You
No,
know?
because that
Miller corner.
that puts an image in your head of the consistency of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I love it.
like that. All rice.
You cunt. I went, what? Have some rice pudding.
Mate, that's what's that fucking hepatitis or something?
Strongman oats. Yeah.
Fucking
We go all day, yeah. Oh fuck! You go all day here for these boys.
Yeah, I love it. Like it's a real simple one, but I love load. You'll bust a load, you'll drop a load, you'll fucking. Just because it means that it sounds like it's a lot, and it's always just like, you know,
the other one's was consistency, this one's quantity.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ever see where like I seen a meme and it was like me went before I'm about to watch porn and it's like I'm gonna come twice. Me after the porn it's like I'm disgusting.
I know, I love
that. I'm gonna come twice. There's been a few times where you're like fuck it is.
Yeah, there was one like fucking years ago, and you know you're in the middle. This is probably oversharing a wee bit, but you know when you're hitting like that stage of puberty where like anything will arouse you. You know the fucking teachers who's, you know, a size 22 and fucking trousers, and you're like fucking, you know what, hey, maybe, you know.
Yeah. I was in school.
There was one where there was like a porn video came up or something, and she was quite old, like maybe like, you know, past 60s.
Yeah.
And I like hit that stage in my life, and I was like, oh, that's what, you know what, maybe I kind of would. And then afterwards, I was like, I just sat in a dark room.
Your
for a
granny
while.
calls around, you're like, oh, bollocks.
What the
I'm
fuck?
like, mate, you've been dead for 2 years. How the fuck you
Right, we're going to Cemetery Sunday here with your granny. Ah, fuck.
There was a boy in school our English teacher was half deaf,
Right.
so I sat at the back room and he used to always play porn and just show me porn in English lit. So he'd be like, yo, see this one here? And then
Half deaf. I don't know why I reckon.
You only heard half the video, the first half.
Is that how the doctor delivered the diagnosis? You're half deaf.
You're fucked. Your
Your fucking ears are cooked, mate.
But he would play like porn and be, you need to check this one out. No, we'd be sat in the back of English. And then he went, you need to wait this one, but he opened the wrong video and it was some like 80-year-old granny getting railed and he went, fuck, that's not a wee special one I keep to myself.
See, that's fucking shameless about it. I like sat afterwards, you know, like head on the mirror looking at myself like, you
Hello,
fucking-
darkness,
what's
my
fucking-
old friend.
You know, like hyping myself up to be a better man when I was older. Like, I was
Didn't
like,
work then,
don't
no.
be like your dad, mate. You know, fucking. No, I'm still the same. I've fucking her old catalogs on my phone now.
You've got the tab favorited on your Chrome.
First wank ever. Like, I remember thinking, fuck, let's go again. Second in the morning after. And then I was like, I wouldn't mind knowing. I was like, fuck, am I addicted here? I was like 14-year-old me. I was like, I got a problem.
Addicted to spaffing.
How do I approach my parents about this?
I know, that's wild. Have you ever had to like approach your parents with something like really embarrassing?
No, honestly
I
not, no.
took the fall for my brothers. Like, we were in I was working in House of Fraser. My
A
brother
murder he
came
done.
in. My brother came into House of Fraser and he raked the grass, like stunk of it.
Then you're going to say you rake the cum?
He came in dripping.
How did it get in your face? It's not mine.
He came in looking like
You really did come twice.
Yeah. And I can't. Fuck me. I hope my man ever listens to this podcast.
I hope your broad is listening.
Yeah, but he raked the grass and we got in the car and we're driving and my dad was like, I can smell that.
Yeah.
And then when we got out, I brought my brother straight to my room and I went, right, show me what you have. And he pulled out the biggest, fattest nugget bag of grass I've ever seen.
Jesus
and
Christ.
I don't smoke it, but I took the fall because I just got back from Amsterdam. So I said I brought it back. I said, I smuggled weed through Amsterdam airport and brought it back with me instead. I just said I bought it off a dealer.
There he goes.
Why?
No, he didn't. There's
Just
no
like
shite
your
on that.
fucking bra getting shit.
He's the golden child. I took a. You've seen Breaking
I
Bad.
would at
You're
least
the
know if
you're
you're
the
taking
comedian,
falls
yeah.
for drug raids.
So I took a fall, and my dad literally said, "Get rid of it." So then I sold it to a mate, and then the wee fellow who Thomas was sharing it with, mailed me, being like, "Do you have my grass?" And I was like, I sent him, and we're trying to be edgy at the time. Sent him a video of Joker burning the money, being like, "It's not about money; it's about sending a message."
Hold on, what episode of fucking Top Boy was this? What the fuck's going on?
This is the most gangster thing I've heard to date, and it's from Ciaran Franco. This
Yeah.
is wild.
To
It
call
was,
it.
I'd say it was about £100 of grass, and I sold it to my mate Nathan for about £20.
Jesus Christ, that's such a fucking TV show idea there. Like fucking Ciaran Franco, like as a
Drug dealer,
Yeah,
working
like-
my way up the mafia. I wouldn't mind
yeah,
that.
but like just you as you don't have like a persona or anything. Like
gonna-
he's afraid to look him in the eye and all.
I'm gonna make him an offer I can say.
But like it's like a double bluff. I think he's crazy. Like he's like real
guy's
dangerous
weird,
now.
like.
Yeah, he's definitely got something on him. He's like, oh, it's the fucking weed my brother smoked it through Amsterdam.
He's wearing chinos and a signet ring, but I don't trust him.
Yeah, that's actually one of the questions. Fair enough. Sorry, continue what you were saying.
No,
I'll just get
because
it up
Eamon McAleavey was like, "Oh, you must be hungover on Saturday," when I was shaking because the Guinness was like going over my hand. And no, I'm just naturally always nervous.
I know I'm the same. My hands. I think I have like the same thing. Maybe like Jordan does, but not as bad. But like even from I was like no age, my hands have like fucking shook like
Yeah,
like a bad wank. So it's like I don't know. It's just weird. But what I was gonna say there, weird, seamless here. One of the questions from a Smick, believe it or not, was if you could make a TV show, what would it be?
I'm quite into quizzes.
Quiz, yeah,
Like,
just
I-
anything at all. Like if
I
it
write
was-
quizzes, like,
Yeah.
and I'm actually pretty decent at them. And like,
So,
but
like-
like, my whole thing is like not like, oh, when did this fucking war start? I like to do like
Yeah.
real like interactive quizzes now, where like
Oh right.
it doesn't matter like how smart you are or anything.
Yeah. So like
I'd love to do like a quiz show. I've actually thought about putting on like a comedy quiz night and like selling tickets and all. Like it's a big interactive show.
yeah, you need to get like a wee
and we're
projector or
announcing it
something.
now. It's gonna be in the boat. I was just say the Ashburn, the courtyard somewhere in Logan.
Yeah, courthouse.
Fucking name it. It's in the bot cave. Fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
Bat Cave.
The room's the size of this room here.
Fat Joe's.
Fucking Fajo's a banger, so it is. I love it. My man Dan Matt and Fajo's.
There we are. I only know all these pubs from him.
My tweets.
Yeah. Where were you last night? Or you'll tweet somewhere and be like, Fat Joe's on a Friday night.
It's just a load of goths. I like Fajo's though, because I tell you what, goths are the nicest people in the world.
Yeah, literally.
No, not.
The Fajo's is
They
the
are.
city hall for Lurgan.
Yeah.
Literally.
I like Fajo's.
The amount of meetings that happen in it is the exact same.
I
as it.
miss them by trying to get a gig on. by the
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Oh, was that what you put up like a few weeks ago? Being like,
Well, yeah, that was one of the places I misses.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fucking, you know me, I'm down the road.
That's
Yeah, I'm fucking headliner for you.
I was thinking about the stables as well,
Yeah, the stables actually would be a shout.
upstairs, but I'm
Yeah.
afraid the room might be too big. Because I've like weddings and that now.
Yeah, that's what it is. But like,
I'm
I'm
sure
sure if you
different
get the
ones,
fucking
maybe some of
right
the Gaelic
people-
clubs. There's a few I've got in mind, but
Yeah, like I feel like if we like, even if we ran, because I was thinking about doing one in like Portadown, and I was like, we could probably fill a room fucking no problem in Portadown,
Yeah.
just with the people you know.
That's what I was saying as well, like, because you're not quite well known in Lurgan, but like you've got loads of mates here and stuff.
Yeah,
and
like
big-
you could fucking
yeah.
like I could bring like I could get like 15 people in a room just by one Instagram post, like
Yeah.
in Lurgan and Portadown, like
do you know the mill?
yeah.
They have an upstairs room. I tried to
Oh,
get
really?
them to rent it out, but like the
nice.
base just had a kid, and like he doesn't want to like commit to evenings and all. Like so,
Yeah.
I'm missing a few places.
Yeah,
Stuff
well,
in
There's
the
stuff
pipe,
in
you
the
know?
work, like
Stuff in the pipeline, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
fucking, you know
Nothing
what I
good
mean,
ever
like,
came quickly.
I'll get you, I'll bet you want to make it in this business, kid. Like, you know, get you on the podcast more often. But-
We're doing the Students' Union one, and like they still let me in to see the room or anything, and then I was like, "Can I launch it yet?" And like, no, the Queen's died, so you need to wait until like that passes. And I'm like, "It's in 2.5 weeks here, like for fuck's
yeah.
sake." So
Oh, is
I'm
that
sat-
why they were like holding
there's,
it back?
there's a load of reasons, and then they said, "Oh, you can't come down and see the room yet." So I'm not going to start saying anything about the venue because we haven't actually played there yet. But I'm looking forward to it. Like
Yeah.
if we can, once we get it launched tonight, hopefully.
Weirdest fucking shit ever, right? My boss, who literally I tell fuck all about my life, like she knows about as much as my life as a fucking pan loaf, like, and she turns around to me and goes, "Well, are you?" She's just like this, like older, like half English, half Northern Irish woman. She's like, "So are you excited for the 29th?" And I was like, "For what?" And she was like, "For the 29th." And I was like, "Oh, what, am I working the 29th or something?" She was like, "No, you're doing a gig for the university." And I was like, "For one, how the fuck do you
How'd
know
you find
about
that? Yeah.
And I was like, "How the fuck do you know about that?" And she was like, "My son came home with a pamphlet." And I was like, "How? Like, I haven't put it anywhere. You haven't put it. No one's put it anywhere."
I sent them the lineups. They must have been doing freshers pamphlets. We might
Yeah.
actually have people coming to the door because
Like, fuck that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
for it. Like,
actual flyers as well.
She was like, "Are you ready for it?" No, and I was like, "How the fuck do you know about this?" Like,
I bought a card machine and all that night so that I
Yeah.
can just go straight into my bank account and pay the comedians or figure out whatever way to do it. Like
yeah, sick,
so, it was only like £19 as well. So it's only that way.
unreal. I know.
TV show idea.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Traveling around, like, it's just
that
traveling.
would be good.
Yeah, traveling around and trying like different comedy clubs and then a couple of beers each night. And
Did you ever
then-
watch The Trip?
Yeah, the trip. Basically, the trip.
Seen The
yeah.
Trip?
Oh yeah.
The three of
I
us
know
did
of
the
it.
trip.
Rob
Yeah.
Brydon and Steve Coogan.
Yeah.
That's just
I
them
love Steve
traveling around,
Coogan.
staying like wee hotels on. It's like semi-scripted.
Yeah, that feels
So
like
funny.
four in a bed vibes there.
Yeah,
like, you
it's
know?
funny though. It's really funny. Like they're having dinner and like they're trying to
Doing
do
impressions,
and all.
Yeah.
Were they
Just kind of vlog like a fucking tour,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
You know, like even if it's just wee dingy comedy clubs like all over
Yeah.
the place. Up. Like,
Have you ever seen Bob Mortimer and Paul Whitehouse gone fishing?
Yeah, I know of it.
Is
I
that
haven't
basically
seen
the
it, but I
trip,
know of it.
Yeah, when they
yeah.
go fishing.
I've
all,
seen
it's the
Steve
same
Coogan
night.
talked about that in like the podcast he done
yeah,
on Rob Reddings.
yeah,
There's so
yeah.
many rip-offs of the trip now.
Yeah, he's all to be fair. That's probably the best rip off. Yeah.
I know that's quite close to my TV show idea, which is I want to get right.
Monster trucks.
We'll talk about that later. Right? I want to get Jelvis and the Val Lumpet Man and send them in opposite directions around the world busking. And whenever they get like 180 of the world and they meet up in the middle again,
Who's the most?
who has the most money?
a good idea.
Who's made the fucking most? And just like vlog it the whole way. Like,
But
you
there's
know,
a bit in that.
Get on the-
I
get on the
couldn't
TV as
fucking
well,
think of
yeah.
anything further than that, but I was like thinking about this when I seen that question today in work, and I was like,
There's a bit in that, I think.
I was like, imagine like when they get but like send them the opposite directions.
But
you
they both
know, like
meet up and they both headline.
They both meet up in Antarctica.
I know, in a wee fucking dingy pub.
Jelvis gets caught in a Mexican prison.
Like send like Jelvis. You know the way like Val Lumpet Man's like, was he like Romanian or something? Or
I think so.
Like you send him the American route with all the English speakers.
Right.
And then you
Jelvis.
send Jelvis the European route where like no one else speaks it. And like I can imagine the way Jelvis is just he feels, even though he's like a fucking Jelvis or an Elvis act, he feels very like fucking foreigners, you know, like,
Yeah, he's very racist, eh?
no, but you know, like Northern Irish through and through, you know, like,
Right, okay.
like you can tell he's like from somewhere like in the country, kind of, you know,
Yeah.
where he like
I think he's Cape
whenever
Town
he's
somewhere.
talking to like a foreign person, he talks louder, kind of thing, rather than just be clearer, you know. Like, he'd be all, "Do you understand what I'm saying?" Like that kind of like I'd love to send him just through Europe and
I
see
said
how
shake, rattle and roll.
burning love.
One through a party in the county jail. Prison guard said,
I don't know any more Elvis songs.
I'm a big Elvis
If
fan.
I can dream.
This girl I work with from the off license, I was like, fucking love Elvis. And she's like, you know, he slept with a 14-year-old. And
That's why you love him.
We've all got our issues, though.
so you just drop that with me while we're on the till.
He got relocated to Craigavon, but
His real name's Marcus Quigley.
I remember that happened, and one of the comments was his eyes are rolling down the back of his head.
Did you know him?
I worked with him.
Worked with him, like, in this tech.
Yeah, did you work in this tech?
I worked this tech, man.
That's fucking hectic,
I
man.
wonder if I worked there when you did.
Was he like the boss?
That
or
was
something?
like I worked there like 2017. 18.
Yes. Uploads or service?
Service.
Same.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
Yeah.
Imagine.
We might have worked there together. Like.
Look at us here
That's
now.
gross.
I was there for about a year and a half, 2 years.
I was a year as well. Yeah,
I was just out of uni, so I was last year uni, so 20. I would have been. I about 2016, 17.
I was on a Johnny's team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I know
was.
Johnny.
He was my team leader. So
Yeah.
Is he done for it as well?
No, fuck no, no, Johnny did not.
to be determined.
The other week I remember coming to my dad and he was like, "Not gonna believe this," and I was like, "What?" And he went, "The guy who showed me my car is a paedophile." I was like, "What?" And then he was taking photos of kids in Castle Court, and I was like, "What am I going to
You
do with
find
this
the photos in the
information?"
glove box?
Yeah, I was like, what am I going to do with this information? My
You're
dad
like,
was like, "He
You
was
bought
always
that
really-
car today? What are you talking?
He was
Wait,
always
you
really
did that in
dead
your
on that. I know, but you can put that in your stand-up. It was in the office one day. Someone came in and said, "I seen you do the comedy," and I went, "Oh, cheers." He went, "Here's what you should do a joke about: families that go hiking." Where's the bit in that?
Heard worse.
Unless
Heard
it's the same ones that, you know, like go up Mount Everest and they get fucking left there. You know, like they're just landmarks at that
They
point.
leave their kids. They go out for tapas and leave their kids.
Did you ever see the videos?
That's
of
Will
the-
Ray next week. This week, funny enough.
Did you ever see the videos of the wee girls and they like went up? What do you call sleeve downward?
Yeah.
And like it starts
They get
snowing and
fucking
all,
stuck,
and they get
yeah.
trapped at the top. And go, "Hi, I'm a mom." And it's like you're fucking
Blair Witch
Snapchat.
Project.
Yeah, fucking brilliant. Like.
Fucking snot
Leather.
up. But I remember like that fucking video came out and I was wild. I climbed sleeved on it in a pair of jeans and a hoodie one time.
What?
Just because I didn't know it was
For a
like
swell at the top.
like literally I went up with fucking snapback and all on.
You trying to pull at the top?
You know, everyone goes up, puts a wee rock on the pile, and I don't put the Buckfast bottle on. I was like,
Can of dragon soup. Oh, your message. You messaged some place to do a gig, but your last message before them was
The Stables bar, right? So I messaged the Stables bar, and all like real professional, like, hi, how you doing? I'm a comedian on the local Northern Ireland circuit. I'm interested in putting on a gig in the local area. You know, be interested in the function room. How much does it hold? Scroll up. Me in 2017. Do you sell dragon soup? How much of it? And their message was just yes, $3.99. And then me go, hello, I'm a respected comedian.
do you not send the thumbs up emoji after it as well? The blue one as well.
please reply.
If you get the blue thumbs up, that's worse than if they send the actual emoji one. There's at least they went through a bit of effort. The blue one is just
trying to come across professional, but I'm stressing for a strawberry lime.
So I think to delete the fucking message. You're like, no, it's a bit not. Holy fuck, that's absolutely chaotic. I don't even know what the Stables bar as well. Like, that's fucking mental.
I know.
I went there with dinner with my girlfriend a few weeks ago as well.
You get a good rack of spuds in the Stables, like, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I did a big steak. It's class. Yeah.
You know, a place is good when the waitresses serving you are like 58 and battle hardened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I say this all the time. They're not. I was gonna say like the completely different.
Right, love, what are you looking there, love? Right, is that enough gravy for you? And not the Stables, like.
Oh, fucking love it.
John ice cream, Matt.
Yeah.
You like it's a steak. I feel safe here.
I know, you always feel like, you know, like you're more welcome in a place like that.
Yeah.
There's a chippy around the corner. I always say this: the scummier the service, the better the food. So there's a chippy around the corner in Tullygalley. Shout out Michelle's, actually. Fuck, he's giving me a sponsorship. I'm there every Sunday.
Do you know I'm an Emmys man? You ever go Emmys in Mornview?
I'm not Mornview much.
Why is that loyalist Mornview?
It's like really loyalist, but the fucking like Michelle's, every time I go in, they're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I fucking love you."
Go, say more aggressive.
They don't say thank you. They say Hanks.
Yeah. Hanks, love. No, and there's another one they always say it always gets me every time I walk in, and salt and vinegar. But the way they pronounce it is like they put more like emphasis on the vin.
Yeah. Vin.
Yeah, so
like Vinny.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it, but then I was like gonna divide that word up, and it was gonna get rid of
Yeah.
Oh right, and that's the last podcast we wrote.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a bit off the cutout. I was actually gonna say this because every podcast so far, someone said something
they wanted gone.
Yeah, like you know, something that you're like that could be perceived as racist or whatever, and. Sorry, and
you think more about how you're booking as guests.
Yeah.
Everyone we book says something racist.
Everyone we book, remember the loyal lords.
I said more about you, bro.
I'm like, listen, Adam Byrne, get your fucking shit together. No, but
sort your house out.
The episode of Adam's 16 seconds long. Hi,
I'm Adam.
I know, but yeah, it just goes. So Adam, what's it? Just cut that.
Guys, that was my podcast today. If you
thanks,
like and subscribe.
Thanks for tuning into this week, buddy. He turned like not it wasn't him, but it was there was another one of my mates was on, and he'd said something dodgy, and I was like thinking about it, and I was like, whenever the Patreon's up and running in 65 years, whenever we get more than 100 listeners, and he like I'm gonna make like just like a 40-minute long video. Yeah. Of all the racist shit someone's like put into it.
Just burying all your mates, like.
Yeah, sort of. I'm just gonna be like, fuck yes, fucking burning every bridge I have.
Cancelling every comedian up and coming. You're going.
I'll be like, you know what, Ciaran, you're doing them fucking gigs, mate.
It's gonna be like Jerry Adams in the 90s. We're gonna be like talking about something real innocent, but you've like dubbed over us just saying racial slurs.
I know.
The thing about the Jews is.
See what you're saying about chippies, but I reached a grim milestone with a takeaway on Saturday night.
Right.
Where I rang them and they were like,
I know you by name.
They went the usual. And I was like, and I went, no, I'll have a banana fritter.
An omelette, please, mate.
Yeah, I guess a Sunday dinner from the Chinese.
Gives black bean sauce and then fucking.
What's a chef special Sunday dinner?
Strawberries.
Salt and chili Brussels sprouts.
Give me like a
Yorkshire
Yorkshire
pudding. Kind of banging, actually. I'd munch the fuck out of that.
I'd eat salt and chili corpse, like. I'd fucking eat anything salt and chili.
Munch the fuck out of that. It's gotten weird because my mates, when they're talking about like, dude, I munch the fuck out of that.
Munch the fuck out of the dude. Like, yeah. What's your favourite word? Speaking of that's fucking changing Ian Thompson's one, but what's your favourite word for vagina?
Well, see, I have a theory that like there's no good word for it.
I love slice.
Like
slice,
yeah.
Like dick is like a good word for a penis, but like there's no word for a vagina that isn't crow as fuck to say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Your meat curtains, like fucking.
Your ham sandwich.
Your noon. Your noon.
Your fucking Your ovula. Your fucking. Is that even a word?
I remember someone called
vulva.
Their
Gina.
Gina.
Vagina.
Their Gina, and I never been sick because my auntie's
Your
called
clip.
Gina. Your clip.
Gina.
I think dude's such like a clean one.
Dude.
Though it's probably
It's not bad.
the closest one you'll get.
That's
like,
when boys are perverts out, little dude sniffer there.
Yeah. I was actually talking about this with Adam, but you know the fucking podcast got deleted, so we can talk about it again. What like we were talking about funny the opposite direction. What is the funniest word for dick? Like what was like your childhood? Shaft.
I love shaft.
I like
Willard.
when I grew up, my like word for like whenever your parents would try to say the word dick without saying the word dick, it would be like you're Todger.
My dad, your wee man. Your wee man.
But like my uncle, like my dad's best mate was called Roger. So
Right.
like every time I would just cooperate the two, it would be
Roger
like
the Todger?
Roger's Todger, and I was like, yeah.
Sounds like a children's book.
No, he's a pedo. So no, Roger's mate. We need to make up.
Yeah, we animation.
Fucking Roger's Todger, and it's like it just keeps going. Roger's Todger is blood. Anyway, I'm keeping that quiet because that's fucking something.
You're putting that down. He's got a
I can safely say you can have it. You walk away, lad.
I know. Wait there. I'll move on to another question. Right.
away from Roger's Todger.
Did you see the live action Little Mermaid?
I've never seen the cartoon. No,
No,
I've
it's
never been
the
to live
cartoon,
action.
yeah.
No.
Just talks amongst yourselves. Or
Alright, sorry.
You walking away then?
How's Celtic doing these days?
you're
You're me out, boy.
Okay, stop green, isn't it?
Yeah.
your dude's calling me out.
what about the Queen?
I had to teach these boys the
shit.
word crow. Do you even know
Yeah,
crow
fucking
is?
Crow's so lurking. So
Yeah.
We were at
that's crow, mate.
we were out one night and someone was speaking to me and then I turned around and Pete went, "He's crow, innit?" And I was like, "What does that mean?" And then you explained it and I went, everything made sense.
Spell the word, like, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I fucking love that one. I love Wick.
Wick.
Wick, I love Wick as well. Yeah,
That's such my like
That's Wick.
my girlfriend's family's all like very country. They're not
Right.
culty specifically, but they're like from that end. And the like everything they say, I go, that's Wick.
Do you ever,
I love
it's-
Ticket.
It's beautiful.
That's Ticket.
That's the ticket.
No, just Ticket. That's Ticket.
The ticket.
I've heard it before, but I've never like used it. Or
Have you ever
anything.
used soiled? Oh, he's soiling you there, by like. Means like
No.
he's doing
I
one
thought you
over,
meant
like
you
he's
were
getting one.
shitting yourself.
No,
Like
like.
he soiled himself.
Oh, but he's like got soil there, like. I mean, it's like someone's like got
Someone
one over
shit
on you.
for you.
Yeah, if I got soiled, it'd be like, I just shit myself.
No, it's like someone's got one over you, or like they're trying to like do something against you.
So,
There's other ones. I don't know, fuck it. But no, just I was wondering what that was talking about, but I just looked it up and I see what he means because they've recast Little Mermaid and recast him as if the cartoon. But apparently it's a black girl playing it. So
well, if Adam Byrne was here, Adam Byrne would have a lot to say about it.
I personally think it's fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
but
I'll never watch the film.
I love how people go like, "Oh fuck's sake, Little Mermaid wasn't black,"
Yeah.
and it's like, "Crabs can't
That's-
talk
that's-
and they're not Jamaican."
I
Yeah.
know.
I'll never watch it. Like
All of it's bullshit.
how's the most hectic thing? She probably talks like Sebastian.
It's like when people are like, "Fuck shit, you Lion King," and all they've got Childish Gambino doing the voice, and all. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Rather than the guy who ran over to
Basically, he's
people
got
in
ties to
Donegal in the
Africa,
80s.
like.
yeah.
Did you ever hear about that? Your man,
Matthew Broderick.
he
Yeah.
ran over two people in Donegal in the 80s.
Yeah.
Fucking
Where we go to Donegal, you drive past
also
the
our
house.
Irish ones.
He was drink driving, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Apparently, he came back from an open mic gig, like.
Actually,
Serious?
all right.
Oh fuck yeah! No.
Clip that. Just clip that and send it to him. But
Get it on TikTok.
but no, what I just thought of there. No way you could cast the fucking. No way, like the Little Mermaid. The mermaid is like a black girl. You could do Sebastian as Chet Hanks.
We don't want to
Under the
make it.
sea. Me no want no maga
How the fuck is Tom Hanks, baseball, apple pie, the Heart of America,
I know.
give birth to him? The fucking.
Kills
Well, he didn't give birth to him.
Oh, he didn't. He spunked him out.
He slung his yogurt.
Biology lesson, he did not
Yeah.
give
How
birth.
was he the sperm that won the race?
I know.
Well, I
he,
never
slung,
know.
he slung his meringue in the dude delay. Next thing you know, what happened? That's the product of a fucking.
Artist race pudding into the.
Oh, boys.
Oh, this is quite a filthy podcast.
I know. This is what it's all about.
This is probably a tamer episode for you boys.
It's alright. Like the wildest one we done was probably that one we talked about fucking Riley Reid for. I talked about Riley Reid's child for about 40 minutes on it and clipped it down into a minute-long video. Yeah, it's about the best fucking video I'm doing so far because it's got like fucking 2K views or something, which isn't a lot, but for us, we're new.
Did you just put the clips up on TikTok and stuff?
Yeah. We did a fucking video. Would you see this? We did a video of and just we were in fucking Spoon smoking area or something,
Right.
and Chico whipped out this fucking Buckfast app. Like Find My Buckfast, it's called, where anywhere in the world it'll show you like what
I'd actually
carryouts
like
or
to
whatever.
download that, yeah.
Yeah, and I like
Sure.
checked it, and fucking whenever I was in Ibiza, the shop next to us sold it, and they fucking did.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, it's so sick. But
Did
it's
you get on it in
There.
Ibiza? Did you get on the Buckfast in Ibiza?
I
You
did
can
I
like
can't imagine anything worse.
You can get over there.
No, it was pure fucking soup. Like it was,
Was it? Yeah,
it was cold, but
yeah.
like it's different, like texture or something.
Been sitting there for ages, that's probably.
Yeah, man, that was fucking. That shit
Do you know when you drink a bottle of Buckfast, boys, and like see in the neck, you can still see like the ring mark from where it's been sitting. You're like,
it's been
oh.
yeah. I don't want it any other way. I don't remember fucking my auntie used to put it in the radiator. I was
Why?
like, yeah, just to drink it warm. I was like, yeah, fucking lurking through and through.
I drink a wee half bottle. Not very often. I would drink a full bottle.
Anytime I've drank the full bottle, I've blacked out. Like,
yeah,
so
Chico drinks a bottle and a half before, like, us prees, and then goes out and see. We were saying this before. Chico, behind the camera, if you can't see,
it's a bit late to be addressing that. It's about 6 days.
He'll drink a bottle and a half of Buckfast before he goes out. When we're all having our first pint in a pub or whatever, or in a bar, he'll have like 6 shots in him and like 2 pints. And he'll outlast us all to like 6 in the morning.
You're not a mess then, no?
He literally, and this is the thing. First time Adam Byrne met him, we were in Spoons, and Chico was just talking. He was talking away, and she was like, "Yeah, I work for like blah blah blah," and and so like, and he just continued talking after fucking like violently throwing up.
Fag still in his mouth.
Well,
untouched by the vomit.
That's how we do it.
He threw it up through his nose. Fuck's sake.
That's how we do it in Craigo.
Yeah, but no, what I was saying was we did that like video of the Buckfast one, and there's 600,000 reviews on it.
Fuck.
Yeah, and like 13k likes. I was like, where the fuck did that come from? So it's over 500,000 now, and I was like,
Jesus Christ.
I bet you all watch the fucking podcast.
I know.
You know?
It's trying to convert that
Never
into
mind,
subscribers.
the podcast,
Like.
yeah.
600,000 views, 12 subscribers. Fuck.
Exactly. I know, to be fair, a lot of people have been following us since that fucking Buckfast video, so
I think for our podcast, the biggest clip we have is like not even 9,000.
What's the biggest clip we have?
I can't remember. It's not even the funniest.
That 9/11 one is the most I've got liked on my own personal TikTok one.
It's got fuck all on my TikTok. Fuck all, like.
I know, but no, I was listening to, might have been, it wasn't that long ago, because it was whenever I was getting the train down to Dublin, I was listening to an episode, so whatever episode it was, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I can't remember what it was talking about, but I was pissing myself in the train, and I looked like such a fucking nutcase on it. Yeah. You know, when you're just like, I don't like laugh out loud whenever I'm like anywhere else, you know? Yeah. But I was on the train just like, because I was in a wee like booth by myself, it was the Enterprise one, and I was just sitting like this, trying not to fucking like laugh in front of anyone, because I looked like such a crackhead. And I was like, this is beautiful, this podcast. I was like, yeah, it's actually like, fucking hilarious, because there's a lot of, you know, shite talk podcasts out there, including this one, and like, you know, there's only like 2 or 3 that are half listenable, you know? And I would say your one definitely is up there with it, like, you know.
Thank you very much for cancer.
I'm not saying I'm counting like big ones up there, you know.
Yeah, work bench as well. It's not just us two; it's Sean as well.
Sean is coming on, really, for
he's
did I just spoil it?
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's alright, because fucking, you know, I've got like a whole load of people queued up for it. Jack McGee was supposed to come on tomorrow, but he had to reschedule, so hopefully in the next like few weeks he can come on, because
Jack will be great, like, as well.
Yeah, I fucking is like, he emceed in the Pav the all night, and he was the only thing held it together like that night was
rugby, like.
Yeah, it was
his tunes as well on the guitar actually sound like proper like tunes. I was like, I could vibe to this and
I was talking to him
it.
outside, and he was like, yeah, it's just the fuck. He just names the most niche song ever, and then he goes, yeah, it's just the chords to that. And I was like it's always the most niche things, Elvis, If I Can Dream, you know. And you're like, yeah, how the fuck did you like think to put that to that, you know?
By a comedy song around it, like.
When we done the Yo magazine thing, me and him were the last 2 left, like, and we were drinking like after it, and he just goes, right, where's the after? I just want to meet someone and talk about the Truman Show.
That's what I mean. Like, he comes out with the most niche banter, and it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that night at the Yo magazine one, he was fucking rode off. Like, he was absolutely steaming Nolan. Like,
yeah, he was. Like,
he
funny though. Like,
held it together as well on stage.
That's what I mean. He wouldn't have even thought he was steaming on stage, and then he came off and he was like fucking burping in your face and all. And I was like, he's a beautiful human being. Like, he looks like if Wolverine and Jerry Adams had a child. Like, it's wild. Or Billy the Butcher and Jerry Adams.
See, I'd shared his videos years ago, like when he released the Jerry Adams song, and I remember thinking like, this was like 2016.
Oh fucking.
And Jerry Adams had just said the N-word on Twitter, and then Jack released that song, and then I shared it, and then I remember gigging with him, and I was like, "You're the guy from the Jerry Adams song."
I know, he's so funny, but I can't wait for him to come on. I might actually get Adam down as well the same night as him, because I feel like I owe Adam one. So
after the other one,
just deleted a whole fucking hour and a half of chat with him. Like, that's fuming at that. Like, there's nothing.
You're like, I accidentally deleted it again.
Our first episode as well, I fucking did that. We were like in the middle of recording, and like we were just getting, you know, hanging. That camera only records for like half an hour at a time. Right. So we were like, you know, we like clipped it and like just added it all together, and I like went to like save whatever recording we had so far. Now we just record the whole way through, even if it's is clipped, and I just added it out. And I like looked at it, and I looked around at everyone. I was all bait. I've deleted this. It was like half an hour worth of fucking chat, and
that's my worst nightmare.
It was so funny because we were all blocked in the first episode as well. We all got drunk and just sat here and just talked shit. And you know, we're the most like fucking, like, our mate Jack is one of the wittiest cunts you'll ever meet in your life. You know them guys that couldn't do stand up, but in a pub Like, they're
the
fucking,
pub hooker.
yeah, they're like the quickest human beings.
So
But,
we are mics. We always have them like it's just a wee thing you flick up.
Yeah.
But so I'm every now and then if you look at the podcast, there'll be every 10 minutes I'll go
Aye.
make sure it's still on. It's just paranoid.
That's I was going to offer one to use the handheld one if you preferred it because I've got a handheld
So we
one.
use handheld
Yeah.
mics
Yeah,
now.
that's what I was like if you wanted to do that, but I was just like fucking.
No, this is really cool.
It's
Like
actually
this is
good,
a
yeah.
nice setup.
And they're good mics, but we do say I'm hyping these mics up, and the second that I fucking go on this, one of them's cut out or something. They're
Well,
like,
100%.
that's why I get
So
cheeky.
same
like,
time tomorrow, then we'll come back and re-record this. Like.
I actually fucking to be fair, like I'd rotate everyone like every week or two to be fair, because it's always good banter. So I'm not even just doing it for the publicity; it's just good shot, you know.
Yeah. If you ever stuck for gas, I'm 5 minutes around the corner.
Exactly,
Like.
that's what I was thinking. Or even the day like Sean comes down or something to get
Yeah,
you on again. So
100%, man.
yeah, because he said I think it's next Tuesday he's coming on. So yeah, that's what I was saying.
You call
Sean-
me a cunt?
See you next Tuesday.
Comedy there.
I only fucking realised that like a week or two ago as well. So I'd see if you'd have said that to me a fortnight ago. I'd have been like, fine, Pete, sorry, bro. But no, Sean's coming on in a week or two, so I'll let you know if he hasn't cancelled or anything, and then
Good
get
stuff.
Sean definitely, and then we'll just rotate the.
The bios.
Oh, aye. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm fucking 100% down for it all the time, you know? So, like, 4 weeks there where I was, like, trying to get everyone sorted, and literally no one wanted to record ever, and I was like, that's why I, like, kind of just decided, I was like, yep, everyone come on, all the comedians come on now.
At least you can bank the episodes.
Yeah, that's what
100%.
basically I was planning on doing, but I was like, I'll have 3 episodes, I've 1 now. I was like,
Still,
fucking...
the Adam one, I suppose. Yeah,
Yeah, the Autumn one and then Jack rescheduling. It's like, fuck's sake. But yeah, no, I can't wait for it. So I might get Autumn down the day of that, then get yourself down for the day Sean comes down, because it's always better whenever there's 3, obviously. So
Yeah.
fucking killing the magic here, so I am. Fucking
That's it.
talking
Apologies,
behind the scenes.
bro. I spoiled
Admin
it.
chat at the end of the podcast.
I know, no, it's grand. But you know, obviously, like fucking Javi's on all the time. But I'm thinking I might actually just wrap it up there because it's hitting
Yeah.
an hour and 10, and I need.
You've got a gig to do, boy.
I know. So, and I like being down early to talk to Luke and all. So
Yeah.
So thank you very much for coming on, lads.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
One thing
Thank
I
you
would
very
say
much.
is, yeah, subscribe to RB Podcast.
Yes,
Yes.
I was,
Follow
I'll
us
say all that at
on
the start anyway.
Instagram as well, personally. Ciaran Franco.
I shall put all their handles in the bio, and I'll probably put an Instagram post up and stuff anyway with it on it. So
Get us on Bebo.
I get them on MySpace. They'll be in your top 3 friends straight
bro.
away. Yeah, but remember,
Get me on LinkedIn.
I'm on indeedjobs.com. But no, yeah. But thank you for coming on, guys. These are
No worries,
fucking-
mate.
Pleasure.
It's probably
Thank
one
you
of the
very
funniest fucking episodes to date. So
Thank you very much.
plenty of clips going up. So yeah, I shall let you know whenever it's being posted. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow, Wednesday.
Good
And
stuff.
I will come down tomorrow when you delete it.
I know. Before we go to any gigs, you want to plug or?
Yeah, when is this going to be up?
I'm hoping tomorrow because I'll just sit down and do it tomorrow.
The Bellevue on Sunday, Bellevue Arms in North Belfast is doing a gig with our Sean McAleavey. I'll probably jump on and do 10 because I'm running it. And
Because
like-
Ciaran fucking Franco, that's
yeah,
why.
Dave Elliott is on, Darren Matthews and Johnny Bow. It's going to be great. There's probably it's available on Eventbrite, but the main one that we were doing together is the Students' Union one, which I now know is at least being flyered, which is lovely. It won the 29th, and there's an Eventbrite link up for that. Promotion from the posters and all on our end will start going up tonight. And then the final one that me and you are doing together is the Yo Magazine Round 2, which is headlined by Sean Haggerty. Also a Lurgan man.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? We're taking over.
That's it.
It's me, you, Sean Haggerty, and fucking Mickey Bartlett. Like
That's it.
Don't forget David Doherty's, yeah.
Oh yeah, for
He's a fake lurker when he fucked off.
he moved out. He's a blow-in now, so he is.
Um,
Technically, Diona is, but like she's wee
Yeah,
dagger,
true.
you know. So, but yeah, we're also doing that's probably gonna be fucking too late for it, but we're doing Wednesday in the River
Yes,
Rooms as
of
well. Will Ray's running that gig, so if you're about town or whatever, or you're stuck or
Fuck
something,
that.
like
Come see me in Lavery on Wednesday.
I was
the River
really
Rooms.
hoping he wouldn't fucking say that.
Do you want Ciaran Franco and Justin Freeman?
Or do you
Or
want-
Shane Todd?
I know, but yeah, no, fucking yeah, you're doing Lavery's this
Doing
Wednesday.
Lavery's making the debut.
So yeah, that should be fucking
Debut?
important.
Yeah, boy.
It's debut.
Debut? Debut? Debut?
Debut.
I'm doing it for the first
Debut?
time.
Yeah. This is my premiere, right? Let me have a spot.
But yeah, so I'll actually probably be down for that one as well. I haven't been to Lavery
stuff.
since the last night that they did before.
It's
Sure,
different
we're
setup.
on gigging that night.
We are gigging that night.
We just talked.
You lying cunt.
Will,
So I can not see you.
listen, Will, I have something to tell you here, right? Lurgan's taking over Lavery, so
I want to see Pete talk about Nutty Crust.
exactly. I don't want none of your fucking money, if it is. But yet to be determined. But yeah, so no, again, thank you for coming on. And
No worries, man.
we'll just fucking wrap it up there.
That's a pod.
See you fucking later. Yep.
Woo.